Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Chaplain Byer here. I was thinking today I'd like to give a word about being specific in our Thanksgiving. And the phrase came into my mind, I want to be more granular in my gratitude. And I Googled that phrase, granular gratitude, specific Thanksgiving, and up popped an article called Wishing Everyone a Granular Thanksgiving by some guy who's apparently a great mind, just like mine, John Miller. In 2017, John Miller wrote this article, and he references a book that he read called How Emotions Are Made by a professor, Lisa Feldman Barrett. And in this book, groundbreaking emotional research is done that describes how our brains not only respond to the world around us and our emotions are responses, but she says that our emotions are actually constructive. They construct an idea of the world around us. And the pattern that Feldman describes, or Feldman Barrett describes, is that the brain sees the world either in a more optimistic or negative way. And since it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to encourage you to think of the world in a more grateful way, in a way of blessing. She says that we predict the world that we're living in. And as our brain sees certain blessings and perceives them, we are thankful for those things. And then if we see anything that deviates, like an error in the system, a trial or a hardship, our brain may compartmentalize that and put it in a place and say, but the world is still a place of blessing. And as we adjust our predictions or filter our predictions, then our brain makes new predictions and says, well, I'm going to expect further blessing and other good things will come as well, despite the hardships. In this way, the body learns to conserve energy and not waste time on things like worry and anxiety. But this pattern of the human mind predicting, perceiving, detecting, correcting, predicting again, it begins renewing our brain and changing even the hardwiring of our brain so that we become happier, healthier people, and our relationships are happier and healthier. I'm just summarizing here, but I wanted to say this Thanksgiving, let's be specific in our thanks. Let's be granular in our gratitude. Because even in relationships, if we predict that someone's going to hurt us or have our worst in mind, then we'll begin to expect negative things from them, and our negativity will influence them. But if we expect that people will be generally kind to us, the people that we know and care about, and we can begin to trust them, even when they hurt us, even when something deviates from our expectation, we can forgive that. We can put it in its proper place and say, you know what, I'll still show them grace. I'll still give them the benefit of the doubt. And then our minds continue predicting and producing emotions and chemicals and relational benefits from the people that we care about and that we want to serve. And I just want to give you an example of some granular gratitude with my own family recently. I was trying to go to bed early last night to prepare for my day here at the Reserve Center. And as I laid in bed, I was getting in bed later than I wanted to. And my daughter had snuck in the bed with my wife, as she often does. She's 11 years old. And she, was taking up more room than she should have. But instead of saying, wow, I'm not going to get much sleep tonight, I just began saying, let me just slow down and be thankful for the things I have. My wife, my daughter, my other daughters that weren't in the bed with us, thankfully. And I began to breathe just really deeply. And I wasn't just thankful for my family or for the oxygen that I was breathing, but I began to get very specific with my thanks. And one of the things I thought was, I'm thankful that even though about 6 weeks ago I had COVID, it didn't really destroy my lungs in the way that I've heard other people describe. I'm thankful that I can still breathe very slowly and deeply, and I can feel the oxygen as I inhale. I can feel my brain resting and being at peace. I can enjoy the long, slow exhale, and I just practice breathing very deeply and slowly and being thankful and praying as I went to sleep last night, and I had a good, deep sleep. So I want to encourage you to be thankful in a specific way this season. Be granular in your gratitude. Be specific in your relationships. Be creative in the words you use for the people that you love, and expect not just the hardships that are, obviously in our lives, but predict and look for and perceive the good things, the blessings that God has given us and that other people give us as well. Chaplain Byers, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. Peace.